If you want $1 million, you'll make $1 million, not $1.5 million.
Negotiating with cash is a far better way to get a return on your investment.
In other words, investor says, I'm going to go in the markets, I'm going to make money. I don't know when to buy stocks, but I know whether to buy stocks.
So what's the state of the oil market from your point of view?
I think it's probably better than I've seen it any time in the last 10 years.
I think that spooked the oil markets earlier in the week.
So you are a longer-term investor. As you look at tech, which has driven so much
it's been all over the news because last year its value
How you invest in it, it may change.
Tonight, we're going to talk about cryptocurrency.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I see to invest in crypto or digital assets if they want to accumulate wealth.
This week, Bitcoin jumped to almost $40,000.
Bitcoin. It's been all over the news because last year its value exploded.
15 smart ways to invest $10,000. So, you've got yourself your first $10K in savings, which is amazing. Now, you just need to decide what to do with it. We're sure you thought about taking a nice trip or putting in a down payment for a new car, but is that really the best way to spend $10,000? Probably not. What you should actually do with that money is invest it. You have to make your money work for you, not just work for it. You've made a great first step in searching for ways to invest by coming here. We have compiled a list of 15 smart ways to invest that $10,000 you've worked so hard for. Number 1, pay off your debt. You might not have expected this to be number 1 on our ways to invest $10,000 list, but hear us out. If you have high interest debt, you're essentially losing money every month. Let's say you're $10,000 in debt and you pay $250 a month with a 15% interest rate. That means that you need 5 years to pay off your debt. What's more, it means that you'll pay $4,000 in interest charges. So if you paid off your debt and didn't have to pay that interest anymore, that money would stay in your pocket. And as Benjamin Franklin once said, a penny saved is a penny earned. You could then take your saved money, invest it toward more profitable enterprises, and use it to make more money instead of wasting it away on a loan you can now pay off. Number 2, start an emergency fund. If you don't already have an emergency fund, that's the perfect way to invest your $10,000. And yes, we said invest, even though that's not an investment in the traditional sense. But having an emergency fund is extremely important, especially nowadays when no job is secure and the cost of medical care is through the roof. So the smartest thing to do would be to put aside at least 3 months worth of expenses in an emergency fund. If you can afford to put in even more, that's even better. But 3 months worth of living costs should be enough to cover you while you look for another job or in case of a medical emergency. It's not an investment that's going to make you rich, but an emergency fund is an invaluable safety net that you should have before you venture out into real investing. Number 3, start a high-yield savings account. Finding a good investment opportunity is not an easy task, and it's certainly not something you should rush into. So if you're not sure what to do with your money and don't want to make an investment you might regret, keeping it in a high-yield savings account is a great midway stop. It won't bring you a huge growth in value, but it will bring some, which makes it infinitely better than keeping your money in your checking account, or worse, under your mattress. What's more, there are some great high-yield accounts nowadays. You can find accounts that give over 2% APY, annual percentage yield. And you don't even have to go to the bank, since most banks now offer the option of opening a savings account online. You can let it sit there safely until you've made a solid investment plan, and these accounts give you the same type of FDIC insurance that banks get. And once you know where you want to invest it, you'll have even more money. Number 4, invest in stocks and bonds. When they hear the term investing, stocks and bonds are what most people have in mind. Usually, it's paired up with an image of the stressed broker at the New York stock market we've seen in movies. But as a group of Redditors showed us earlier this year, stock trading is no longer reserved for brokers. Anyone can make money by investing in stocks and bonds. But you will need to do some learning before that so you can do that successfully. First off, let's see what stocks and bonds are. Stocks are individual shares of companies that you can buy. When you have a share in a company, you are entitled to a dividend, a fixed payment that depends on how much stock you own. Naturally, the more shares you buy, the more money you'll be able to earn. Bonds are similar to shares, except that when you own a bond, you are allowing a borrower, usually a corporation or the government, to use your money to fund a project or refinance other debt. Bonds are a fixed income investment, which means that you will receive a payment regularly. Of course, if you're a beginner at investing, you won't know how to buy and sell stocks and bonds. You can get advice from online brokers who will give you tools to choose your own transactions. Some of them even offer educational materials on their sites to learn about the industry yourself. For complete beginners, we recommend TD Ameritrade. Number 5, invest in mutual funds. Before you become a stock trading expert, investing in mutual funds is the safer option. The great thing about mutual funds is that they allow you to buy many stocks and bonds at once. That means that your investment will immediately be diversified, which minimizes the risks that inevitably come with investing. The way it works is that the positive performance of some investments will neutralize the potential negative performance of some others. So even if you lose some of your money, you know that you can make the same amount or more through your other stocks. Number 6. Invest in real estate investment funds. Since $10,000 is not enough to buy an individual property, REITs, or real estate investment funds, are an excellent alternative. They're similar to mutual funds, except that you invest in a portfolio of properties. Usually that includes commercial properties such as office buildings, apartment complexes, hospitals, hotels, etc. REITs are great because they pay generous dividends. On average, the return on REIT is 11.8% per year. That means that on your 10K, you'll have around $11,800, which is not bad at all. Number 7, cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is no longer the unusual investment that it used to be. In fact, it's now one of the most profitable investment opportunities out there. Most people have heard about Bitcoin, but at this point, one share of Bitcoin is a bit too expensive. However, you need not worry. With your 10K budget, you can still invest in cryptocurrencies. A good place to start is Coinbase, where you can buy, sell, and manage your investments. However, it's important to be careful. Cryptocurrency is still a riskier venture than your traditional investments. So start small and slowly increase your investment as you learn more about it. If you want to learn more about investing in cryptocurrency, we have actually made an entire dedicated video discussing tips and tactics used by crypto billionaires to profit from all sorts of cryptocurrencies. Click on the top right corner to check it out. Number 8, get a 401k match from your company. If you're not getting a 401k match from your employer, you're basically taking money away from your future self. 401k match is the safest possible investment. You get a return on your investment in 100% of the cases. A 401k match means that your employer will add a certain amount of money to your retirement savings account based on the amount that you put in yourself. That is, of course, if they're part of a matching program, which they really should be. In most cases, the companies will match 50 to 100% of your contributions up to a specific percentage of your salary. Most often, that comes to about 3 to 6% of your annual salary. For instance, if you make $70,000 and work in a company that matches 100% up to 5% of your salary, you will get $3,500 per year if you also invest that much in it. And with your 10K budget, you can easily do that and still have some money left over for other investments. Enjoy your free money. Number 9, invest in yourself. As Roy Bennett said in his book, The Light in the Heart, there is no more profitable investment than investing in yourself. And there are many ways to do that. You could go back to school and get a degree, and that could help you earn more money. Or if you've already finished college, you can still work on yourself. Taking some good online courses could make you a more desirable candidate on the job market or allow you to start a new career that you've always wanted. Pro tip, take a course on investing. Of course, you don't need to spend the entire amount of money on expensive seminars. However, learning the ropes when it comes to investing can help you make more money in the future and ensure you know for certain where to put your next 10K. Number 10, give P2P lending a shot. Peer-to-peer lending may be a somewhat new investment method, but it is an excellent choice if you're looking to make some money without dealing with traditional financial institutions. P2P seems to have no disadvantages. Return rates are high and the risks are low. The way it works is that P2P lending sites such as Lending Club and Prosper connect people who want to borrow money with lenders who want to invest. In addition, they help with litigation in case one of the borrowers fails to repay the loan. With your $10,000, we recommend you lend money to multiple borrowers at once in order to diversify your investment and minimize the risk of default. Number 11, start your own business. If you've been thinking about starting your own business, your 10K savings could be enough to get you started. But make sure you have a clear idea of what you want to do, as well as a solid business plan. Unless you already have experience in the industry, you should also gather all the relevant information about the market before you start. You could try doing it as a side hustle at first to see if it has the potential to become a full-time job. That way, you'll be working on your business, but still have the security of a paycheck coming at the end of the month. If, on the other hand, you want to dive in right away and make it a full-time gig, just make sure that you have some savings set aside in case it takes a bit longer for your business to take off. With $10,000, you have enough to start in e-commerce, bookkeeping, photography, etc. Basically, you can do anything that is internet-based, so why not give it a shot? Number 12, try Robo-Advisors. There have been warnings about robots doing human jobs for quite some time, but who knew investment advisors would take the first hit? So essentially, robo-advisors do the same thing that investment advisors do. They invest on your behalf based on the amount of money you have and your investing goals. But they do so at a much lower cost than a professional human investment advisor. In general, the management fee that an investment advisor charges would be between 1% and 2% of your total account balance. Robo-advisor's fee, on the other hand, is usually only 0.25%. For your $10,000 account, that means that you get an account manager for only $25 a year. What's more, you can start with an even lower amount if you're not sure about these platforms yet. Most platforms don't have a minimum sum you need to get started, so choose whatever amount you're comfortable with. In any case, robo-advisors are a great option if you want to invest but don't have time to deal with the daily management of your money. Number 13, start your own brokerage account. If you're not comfortable with putting your money in the hands of an app, although robo-advisors are a safe option, you can start your own brokerage account. With such an account, you can trade in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and REITs. You can create an account on one of the self-directed investment platforms, such as JP Morgan Self-Directed Investing. However, you should have some investment experience before using one of these platforms. That is where those classes on investing we mentioned could come in handy. You could also start small until you get the hang of it, and then invest your $10K. Number 14, fund a 529 account. If you have kids, there's no better investment than making sure that they get the best possible education. That's why you should consider funding a 529 account no matter how young your kids are. In fact, the sooner you start one, the better. A 529 account is similar to your retirement account, except it's for your kids' college tuition. It has most of the tax benefits that an IRA has, such as tax-free growth and withdrawals. The only condition is that the money has to be used for education costs. Pro tip, you don't have to use a 529 plan of the state you live in. Do a little research, as some states give better credits or discounts, and choose the one that offers the best benefits for you and your kids. Number 15, invest in your home. $10,000 may not be enough to buy a new property, but it certainly is enough to improve your home. Technically, you can't really make a home improvement that will bring you more money than the cost of the investment itself, but there are some repairs that you can do that come pretty close. For instance, a kitchen remodel has an 80% ROI, return on investment, while a garage door replacement has a 97% ROI. So if your retirement plan, emergency fund, and your kids' college funds are well taken care of, investing in your home might be a good idea. Besides, it doesn't hurt to make the home you live in a bit nicer. There you have it, 15 smart ways to invest $10,000. We hope that following this advice will help you ensure that your investment efforts yield excellent results. Is there anything we missed? Let us know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell so you know whenever we post new videos.